La mort du loup, Alfred de Vigny. Les nuages couraient sur la lune enflammée comme sur l'incendie on voit fuir la fumée, et les bois étaient noirs jusqu'à l'horizon. Nous marchions, sans parler, dans l'humide gazon, dans la bruyère épaisse et dans les hautes brandes, lorsque sous des sapins pareils à ceux des Landes, nous avons aperçu les grands ongles marqués par les loups voyageurs que nous avions traqués. Le loup vient et s'assied, les deux jambes dressées par leurs ongles crochus dans le sable enfoncé. Il s'est jugé perdu, puisqu'il était surpris, sa retraite coupée et tous ses chemins pris. Alors, il a saisi dans sa gueule brûlante du chien le plus hardi, la gorge pantelante, et n'a pas desserré ses mâchoires de fer, malgré nos coups de feu qui traversaient sa chair, et le couteau aigu qui, comme des tenailles, se croisait en plongeant dans ses larges entrailles, jusqu'au dernier moment où le chien étranglé, mort longtemps avant lui, sous ses pieds à rouler. Le loup le quitte alors, et puis il nous regarde. Les couteaux lui restaient au flanc jusqu'à la garde, le clouaient au gazon tout baigné dans son sang. Nos fusils l'entouraient en sinistre croissant. Il nous regarde encore. Ensuite il se recouche, tout en léchant le sang répandu sur sa bouche. Et sans daigner savoir comment il a péri, refermant ses grands yeux, meurt, sans jeter un cri.
Men need to understand death, to give meaning to their lives, so they make war. Men need to make war until they lose the ultimate battle. Then they find the peace they have been fighting for all their lives. I have been alive for real. And after the time to live comes the time to leave. Death of a body, death of somebody, goodbye for eternity. Nothingness is waiting for me. Firstly, my magic cream, to mask all the years my face has been through. Secondly, my eyeshadow, pale like an orchid, to hide all the horrors my eyes have seen. A touch of black to show strength and confidence. My red lipstick, to cover all the words I let slip. Then my blush, to revive my skin, marked by time passing. Last but not least, my hair, to veil all my ears have heard. You see, my dear, being a woman is hard work at any time. I'm not saying being pretty will get you everything you want, but it will help. You'll see. It will help you get to the end with dignity.
You know that I don't like it when you talk like that. Look at you. You are still young.
You are so beautiful, my dear. Men will fall for you. But remember, we fall harder than they do. Every men always break my heart when I know it will kill me. I started to act at the theatre during the war, which made my life a dream. I always had a hang-up about my teeth because of my mother. When I was standing on the stage for the first time, the man asked me to smile. I did, and he told me it was a crime not to show my smile, as it was just delightful. Theatre has been the first place in my life I let myself exist, and the only place I did. I met my husband because he was the director of the theatre. I was 20 and he was 40. When we met, I thought he was quite good looking for his age. He thought he would marry me. One day I was in the car with your father. He was driving and we passed beside a poppy field. I said, "Look how beautiful that is." He stopped the car and went and picked a bunch of poppies and gave them to me, telling me I could enjoy their beauty a bit longer this way. You know, my dear, we're different from the others. We're both oversensitive and over-emotional. We suffer more than most, but we also experience greater happiness.
If you tell me this, I can only believe it.
Only silence is great. War, hunger, all else is death of the body. Understand death, physical decline. They lose the ultimate battle renunciation, find peace, betrayal, nothingness is waiting, abandonment, silence, disease, physical decline, all else is weakness, mental renunciation. Only silence is great. All else is weakness. Only silence is great. All else is weakness. Only silence is great. All else is...
Hélas, ai-je pensé, malgré ce grand nombre d'hommes, que j'ai honte de nous, débiles que nous sommes. Comme on doit quitter la vie et tous ces mots, c'est vous qui le savez, sublimes animaux. À voir ce que l'on fait sur terre et ce qu'on laisse, seul le silence est grand, tout le reste est faiblesse. Ah, je t'ai bien compris, sauvage voyageur, et ton dernier regard m'est allé jusqu'au cœur. Il disait, si tu peux, fais que ton âme arrive à force de rester studieuse et pensive, jusqu'à ce haut degré de stoïque fierté. Naissant dans les bois, j'ai tout d'abord monté. Gémir, pleurer, prier est également lâche. Fais énergiquement ta longue et lourde tâche, dont la voix le sort a voulu t'appeler, puis après, comme moi, souffre et meurt sans parler.